Hey guys, my name is Russell and I make videos about iRacing here on YouTube. I am back with another GT3 challenge track guide. It's week 3 and we are night racing at Daytona. Now, I struggled emotionally with this guide because it's a fixed setup and the smallest of tweaks to the setup here would give you another second a lap here quite easily, but you're not allowed to do that. It's fixed setup. The wing is set in place. The gear ratios are set in place. We didn't even change the brake bias actually this week. I'm pleased with the lap. It's frustrating to know that it could be so much quicker, but I hope you enjoy the guide. I hope you find it useful. If you do, please do give the video a like. Please do subscribe if you haven't already. And please do check out my new GT3 league, which is starting this coming Saturday night. It's called American Classics. It is 5 of the most iconic American tracks on the iRacing calendars, and it's going to be great fun. So stop by and give it a watch. Anyway, guys, that's enough waffle. Let's get on with the guide. And if I don't see you before in the next video, hopefully I'll see you out there on the track this week. Cheers. Okay, here's my breakdown on my 1 minute 44.732 here at Daytona. We're on maximum fuel. We're on obviously the default setup. We're approaching turn 1. We want to now make our way quite nice and wide here. And then as we pass the yellow light signal on the right and we're coming to the last white line in the center of the track here, we're starting our turn in and we're going to brake really heavily and try and point the car a little bit towards the patch of grass between the pit lane and the track. We want to get ourselves down to second, and we're now pointing ourselves out towards where the white line meets the over track on the right hand side there. And we want to be pretty much in a place where we're coming out of the brakes now. And now we need to bring ourselves right in towards this tyre stack on the corner of the pit lane. And we really want to be getting on the gas as we pass that. That's really the goal of turn 1, is to get on the accelerator as quickly as we can. Now, we've managed that quite well. We're nice and tight over to the left. We've got a bit too much steering lock on at the moment, so we're accelerating quite tentatively. We don't want to go straight up to 100% gas. Our rear wheels are just going to start spinning. We're going to lose time all over the place. So we're quite tentative, and then we're back on. But look, I oversteered around here. I was a little bit too keen on the accelerator. Had I held off a little bit longer before going up to 100% accelerator, I would have had a much smoother transition up in second gear and on exit here. I probably lost just over a tenth on this lap with my turn one mistake here. The idea is to be super gentle with your steering action while you're building up that throttle, and I ever so slightly overcooked it here. So we want to keep tight over to the right here and then brake off to the left. We need to be right over the left hand side of the track here. Now we've got some dirt coming up, and halfway along the dirt on the track here on the left hand side there's a little kind of break in it, and that is our braking marker here. We need to brake super heavily, and we're going to come all the way down to first gear, and we're actually braking into the track here because what we want to do is try and pick up the yellow curbing on the inside of the track. So by the time we're in first gear, we're nice and tight to the curbing. We're already on the accelerator. Again, we're building super gently on the accelerator. We need to do quite a lot more steering before we can get heavy on the gas. So now we're pulling straight. Now we're straightening up. Now we're in full gas, and we just want to miss this yellow curb on the left. And we're going over to the right. We've got the dog leg left here. We're going up through the gears. We're going to get up into fifth. Again, we want the left-hand side of the track. Now we're looking halfway along these cones. In the middle of this access road is where we want to start our braking. We really want to take it quite a lot like the last corner. Very similar kinds of corners. This one's a little bit easier. Again, we want to pick up the inside of the yellow curbing. We're down into first. And again, we're holding off on our full accelerator until we've done a fair bit more of the steering, and we know we can hold quite a low lock to complete the corner. Now we're looking to the access road on the right by the cones. Just as it starts is when we need to start our braking. Here we go, we're coming into the brakes now. We're looking ahead now down to the end of the yellow curb on the right hand side of the track here. We want to be down into second gear and ready to turn in by that point. Now we're right out of the brakes. We're picking up the yellow curb. We want to exit on the end of this curb, pointing in that direction. Here we are. And again, and this goes for every corner here at Daytona, we have to be super gentle on the gas. What we need to do is start building up the accelerator while we're continuing to kind of jostle the car round to the left. But then we want to be able to straighten up the wheels so we can put our foot flat to the floor, and then just allow quite a light steering lock to be able to get us to complete the corner. So we're straightening up a bit more. We're now back into the gas, and that steering angle never increases beyond that rate again. And that's really important here. You're going to lose traction super easily. You have to get yourself out of the wheel before you can really put your foot down. You want to get on the gas early, but you just need to be super gentle. So we're keeping the car close to the yellow lines here. We don't want to touch them. You will feel it in your wheel. You're losing time if you're bumping off the yellow lines here. And then we let the car fade out to the right, and we're looking down to the yellow light signal up ahead. There is a light box up on the right here past the two board. This is where we're going to start our braking. We're going to come down to fourth quite quickly. We're looking to this inside curb on the left hand side, the yellow one. We want to chew off as much of that as we can. We're down into fifth. We're down into fourth. We've chewed off a good amount of this curb, and we've got a nice line now to the next inside curb. And we need the car to be as tight to the inside as we can, so as we can open up the 2 exit curbs, much the same way as we opened up these curbs. So we're coming into third. We're chewing off this yellow curb again. We're right over the right hand side of the track. We're already accelerating at this point. By the time we're on this curb, we're accelerating again quite gently. And then we've really opened up our exit here. Now, it's just a straight sprint to the line now. Up through the gears as quick as we can. The bus stop's really key. Obviously, we've got this massive area flat out. If you spend a lot of time anywhere on this track, it's turn 1 and the bus stop where you really, really want to focus on maximising your exit speed as much as possible. Go in as slow as you want. Just get out as quickly as you can, and you'll do well here at Daytona this week. I hope you found this guide useful. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let us know in the comments below how you get on with your racing this week. Always keen to hear how you're doing. All the best to you, and if I don't see you before my next video, hopefully I'll see you out there on the track. Cheers, guys.